Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Bridgewater's Vikings going up against Ryan's Falcons.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Coming left, it's Freeman. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. In motion is Austin Hooper. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. In motion is Austin Hooper. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Linval Joseph able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. In motion is Austin Hooper. On second down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
Offensively, when you see cover 2,
The thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Diggs going in motion right. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vic Beasley able to get him for a loss of about 3. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Bridgewater. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Adrian Claiborne able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Bridgewater now on second down. Open here, Adam Thielen. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That's not only Adam Thielen, that's the Pro Bowler Adam Thielen, who had 91 catches this year and over 1,200 yards, a career high.
We always look for great stories when we do games. Is there a better one this season than Adam Thielen in terms of where he came from to make a Pro Bowl roster as a receiver for the Minnesota Vikings? Lightly recruited out of high school, ends up at Mankato State, which is now known as Minnesota State Mankato. Undrafted, goes to a rookie free agent tryout camp, hangs around, makes the practice squad. First he's a special teams guy, and now he's one of the better receivers in the league. I think it's one of the best stories I've heard in 2017 NFL.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building, but the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
And here now come the Falcons. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him. Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in. Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings.
Falcons, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hand. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
First down, Bridgewater. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. 19 yards that time for number 19.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
On first down, Murray. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Eluding and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Grady Jarrett able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. 13 yards that time at a first. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Murray, strong running. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
You and I both know that you don't really, truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
They go back to Murray on first down. Murray fighting, lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That was second down run for Murray. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now McKinnon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will make our score 9-0. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession, and so far they've done a nice job of that.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. So the D-line's going to spread out. Back now in Atlanta. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. On first down, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. Finding room inside the 40. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They go with Murray again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's McKinnon. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Broadway. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.